Apollo, god of music.
Y'all been looking for the best non-meta defense out here, right? Now, before I get into it, you might say off rip that the goddamn 2-4-5 odd defense is meta. Now, it's true, but I have proof of any sort, from pros to NBA players to just everything in between, that proves and shows I've been using this shit since last year. Nobody was using 2-4-5 odd last year. I do it out of Arizona Cardinals defense. Now, that's step one. Make sure that y'all have the Cardinals defense, okay? Well, any defense that has 2-4-5, nickel 2-4-5 odd in it, all right? That's my defense. That's my pleasure.
That's my pleasure.
All right? And this is how we get crazy on defense. This is why I call my defense nothing but gremlins. Now, mind you, if I used top tier muck cards and shit, had Too Tall Jones and all these other goons and shit on my team, this shit would probably be even crazier. Most of y'all really just want to know how I'm getting A, the pressure that I get to the quarterback, and B, how I'm containing escape artist quarterbacks in, did I say A, B, or did I say 1, 2?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Either way, C/3, whatever the fuck. I really want to know how I'm getting strips every other game. More like every game. And if I miss a game, I double up the next game. And it's because I play a very risky defense. High risk, high reward. Shaq has zone hawk, Ramsey, flat zone, and acro. Edge third elite with Trayvon. Wingard with strip. Devon Hamilton with unpredictable inside stuff. Josh Allen with strip specialist and edge third elite. Zone hawk on Darius Williams. Lurker on Devin Lloyd. Chad Moomin with lurker. Rayshawn with acro. And fearmonger and strip specialist on Foyer. Alright? Now remember these key players. My key players in this system that work the best are Josh Allen, Andrew Wingard, and Foyer Alawakin. Alright? But off rip, I'm going to put, you see how I just intentionally put Wingard as my slot? It's for a reason, okay? I'm going to get to that in a second. But off rip, defensively, auto alignment on base, ball and air on play ball, strip ball on aggressive, tackling on conservative. And then my my zone adjustments I put on 5, 10, and default, all right? So strip balls on aggressive. I don't know why it changed and went back, but all right, so it's on aggressive. Basically shows a higher chance for the AI to strip a fumble. To attempt to strip for a higher fumble chance. All right, I said that shit all backwards. My bad. Still a little high. But strip ball is on aggressive. The AI is going to aim for a strip more so than just a regular tackle. However, it increases the rate of a broken tackle animation occurring and even a fucking face mask penalty. Now, tackling at the same time, I'll put on conservative, so that the AI defenders will tackle the player conservatively. Now, it allows a chance of more yards after contact. So they might bring the damn ball carrier down, but he might carry you a little bit, you know? So with strip ball being on aggressive, here's my logic. With strip ball being on aggressive and it possibly increases the rate that a player might break a tackle, I put tackling on conservative so that they try to tackle conservatively while still being aggressive with the strip. You know, you get what I'm saying? So I kind of wanted that to work to counteract the rate that a tackle is essentially broken. So I don't really see too many broken tackles, to be honest. I still hit stick and shit, and it works. It's fine. Now, I am going to just call simple fucking play. I'm gonna go out in 5 wide, and I'm going to hold the ball as a quarterback, as the quarterback. All right. Now off rip, what I'm going to do is this. Did I lag on my shit just now? What the fuck? All right. So off rip, I hit the right arrow. Okay. You see linebacker adjustments or assignments pop up. I hit the right arrow, and I immediately hit the right thumbstick down. Okay. To blitz all. So all my linebackers just blitzed. Okay. Then I double tap the right arrow. It brings up my linebacker adjustments. I hit triangle to bring up the zone adjustments for him. I always put my middle linebacker on a deep middle, like he's in the middle third, I mean. All right. Now, I do different things based on the type of plays that come out, the type of offense is on the field and shit. Like I might put my my Jackie, I might put my other linebacker right here on a purple on the right side, like this, or I might blitz him, or I might user him. Most of the time, I'm on my safety, okay? Now, double tapping triangle, I take my free safety, who's normally Jalen Ramsey in the MUT system, and I put him on a fucking, on a flat zone. You see it? So, I double tap triangle. This time it's Campbell, because we're not in MUT, we're in regs. So, I hit triangle, and then I hit the right arrow to the right side. So, it says curl flat. He's basically going to be on a purple. Then if I want him to shade further down, I don't want him to guard the entire, like just straight up guard a 5-yard flat. Then I hit triangle again to quick adjust. And I just take my right thumbstick and I flick it down. So now he is on a hard flat. Alright? Now if you want him to be in between a hard flat and a fucking purple, you hit triangle, then you go over the top, and he'll be in a cloud flat. Alright? But off rip, I want him on a hard flat, okay? Now, wing guard. Typically, wing guard blitzes, okay? So I'm going to play this as if this is exactly the same way that I would do it in a typical MUT situation. Wing guard blitzes, okay? So, mind you, this is Foye. Foye is normally on the edge. Trayvon Walker sits here. Muma is my linebacker that goes straight back sometimes. Devon Hamilton is there. This is normally Devin Lloyd, and this is Josh Allen, and this is Wingard. Now, depending on the play, Wingard might be on the right side, or he might be on the left side. He's typically opposite of Foye, so I'm always blitzing 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly 5 at the max, okay? And they're all spaced out. Now, my safety here is normally on a flat zone, but like I said, in this defense, is very high risk, high reward. I put him on a flat. He normally has flat zone and acro. If anybody knows, flat zone with acrobat allows for diving animation interceptions 90% of the time. You can have flat zone and he might just knock the ball out, but flat zone with acro creates that animation where he dives for the interception, like almost like a baseball player in the outfield diving for the fucking diving to catch the damn hit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not too well versed in baseball, but y'all get what I'm saying. So anyways, Campbell is on that flat zone. All right, and this is normally how I play it. Now here's the end of it all. All right, I'm changing my adjustments and shit, and this is exactly what I have. Right now, here's the last part. Very, very critical. Hit R1. Hit R1 to bring up the guest play selections. Then pass commit. I pass commit 90% of the time. So when this ball is hyped, Wingard gets in. I don't know why the fuck he took all day to get in just now. But typically, Wingard gets in, and he strips the ball for you. I'm going to do it again real quick. So I'll do one other thing, y'all. When I'm pass committing, I also end up hitting triangle for my zone adjustments again. And if I want my DBs, like, for example, Ramsey, the safety at the top left, or Devin Lloyd, who's the linebacker in place of Miles Jack right here, if I want them to play the sideline, or I want them to focus more on passes on the inside, or I want them to play underneath or play over the top and look for a pass, like a seam pass, a seam route of some sort, I change my coverages to whatever I'm guessing the offensive player is looking for, all right? So if I'm expecting an out route I'm gonna hit triangle. Then I'm going to hit my right thumbstick and shade outside. So now my zones are on hard flats, but they're gonna immediately run to the sideline. If I was expecting in routes of some sort or some type of cluster, I said cluster, some type of cluster of passes in the middle of the field because he's throwing in the middle, then I would shade inside. All right. If I'm expecting a pass over the top and I want my DBs to focus upfield, now this sometimes it works, it may not. But I have decent success with it. Like if he's throwing over the top or he's throwing like a seam route of some sort, I put over the top and my middle third guy ends up playing immediately. Like he goes out back, but he looks up as opposed to just being a dickhead and looking at the damn quarterback. Hopefully those moments are a lot better on 23. But anyways, and then if I'm looking for a pass that's underneath and he's throwing like bubble screens or some bullshit ass drag all the goddamn time, then I'll immediately play underneath. Now there's more tips that I can possibly provide in terms of like how to stop wheel routes and shit like that. But for right now, I typically end up shading outside. All right. Here's one other thing that I typically do. Make sure you take your user, your safety, especially the safety. That's who you're using. I use it as the safety, and I bring him in the box right in front of the goddamn center to cause more confusion on the O-line. Hike the ball, then somebody should get in free, and then there you go. Do you see how different? Do you see how much better that works? Now, before I show you the highlights, I want to explain one more piece because this is critical. Now, remember when I told you I put Wingard as the slot DB in that practice mode while I was using the stock Jags, right? It's because of player traits. Go to mutt.gg or mutthead, whatever the case may be. This works for CFM. This works for regs. It works in mutt especially. Look at player traits. Now, when you're looking at player traits, you see big hitter, clutch, high motor, etc., etc. Strips ball. What does that say? Yes. So what does that mean? That means this player naturally has the ability to, or desire to, attempt to strip the ball free from whoever he's making a tackle on. Now, what does this mean if you put strip specialist on him? Does it mean that it's automatically going to work? No, but does it mean it's going to work more effectively? Hell yeah. Now, if you put strip ball on your defensive adjustments on aggressive, now what do you think is happening? Damn, that shit is increased as fuck now, right? That's basically what's going on. Now, obviously, it says penalties, undisciplined and shit. Chances of face mask calls, yes, but do they happen often? Hell no. There's a lot of bullshit that happens in Madden in general. If anyone gets worried about a face mask occurring because the shit says undisciplined, then I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all are going to stuff. You have to in this Madden. You got to take risks, bro. You got to take risks because it's hard to play defense. It's easy as hell to play offense. People just call verts all day. All day. Why do you think people run 6-1? Because they're just looking for an easy way to get pressure. But when you find a way to dot 6-1, mind you, I have the kill for that shit. Them motherfuckers is lost. So in this defense, we take those risks because they play out, they work, and it's beneficial. I got tournament wins against pro Madden content creators, against Madden pros, against NBA, NFL players, all types of shit where I've gotten these strips often. Weekend league, regular head-to-head, like it doesn't matter. Mutthead tournaments, like it don't matter. The Slim Ghost tournament, for those that are familiar, it don't matter. I have triggered this shit in every mode. I've even went from my home PlayStation, my home console of PlayStation to Xbox at the end of this year and started playing Mutt on Xbox. And I triggered the same shit on Mutt on Xbox. And my team is weak as hell on that damn console. So trust me, it works, all right? Strip ball for Wingard is on, yes, all right? Now let's go to Foyer. Remember when I was telling y'all about these players, right? Look at this. What does Foyer have? Strip ball. Yes. All right? Yes. Strip ball for Foyer is on. Yes. It's like we turned on a button or some shit. I'm saying that shit like like we just clicked the shit. It's on now. All right, Josh Allen, strip ball. Yes. Y'all get what I'm saying? So Remember when I put strip specialist on Josh Allen, strip specialist on Andrew Wingard, and strip specialist on fucking Foye? They all got the strip trait as yes. So put that together with the aggressive defensive adjustment, the position that they're in when they're attacking the defender, and you have the highlights that I'm about to show you now. That's a strip fumble. Let's fucking go. Nigga, let's go. That's a fucking strip fumble. That's my defense, nigga. Let's go. Let's go. I know what I'm doing. It's over. I know what I'm doing. Come on, man. Fuck they talking about. Check my fucking YouTube, nigga. Check my YouTube. I'm literally fucking slumped on this shit. I just hate the game.